Hi, in this slide, it's a sequel to the one that precedes it. Again, monster potential target account, but we have a key buyer who is, for one reason or another, a stone wall. So, what risk do we, if we're getting nothing, what risk do we have in kind of taking a bottom-up backdoor stealth approach to getting a lot of information and finding some bottom-up opportunities, or trying a top-down approach and going to the vice president of supply chain? So, in one particular historic case study, where this monster manufacturing company had the UAW, in all their factories, I started sending a series of letters, and I planned to send, 5 to 7 repetitions, or as many as I had till something maybe happen, or I got tired of it, but certainly past 7. And I said, dear Vice President of Supply Chain, in a nice way, why do you have UAW people feather bedding in your central distribution center, creating the world's highest cost distribution entity, when you could outsource these activities and I had different case studies that I was able to find. DuPont, for example, pioneered something called stockless inventory replenishment kind of program. And then you could put these UAW guys into work, and they had a plant at the time that was making diesel engines, and it was just going 3 shifts a day, running huge overtime. So why don't you put these guys at the plant making engines, and reduce your overtime? And then I would go into variations on how product, in this case copy paper and other things of that ilk, were flowing through, and how they might be re-engineered to actually collapse the time to the end consumption point and the total cost and so forth. And basically said, we're ready to do a pilot whenever you are. Now, I didn't mention specific names. There's a chain, so I sent out the letter from corporate headquarters on a different logo with the CEO of the corporation talking about our distribution center in your hometown is happy to help you when you're ready, type of thing. But at the same time, we were doing bottom-up stealth intelligence gathering and coming up with a big agenda to sort of pitch to the 27-year veteran who had gotten busted in a payola scandal, but still was on the entertainment kickback take from 3 key buyers he had been doing business with on a very cozy basis for 27 years. So the morals to this story are, if you have a next level supply chain solution, and you have to have them, but if you start thinking in terms of systems and you have supply chain math, that you can start to see all these patterns we've been talking about in these case studies, think Hillman Group, Lawson Products, custom spice rack kind of stuff, for example, then you have to appreciate that silo buyers, they're not paid to see these things, so they assume out of sight is out of mind. These are hidden costs. That means they don't exist. And when you go to try to sell new, even to vice presidents of supply chain, you're going to have repetitive pitches. You have to use case study examples, just as we're going through case study examples in this particular playlist on how you use supply chain math to create win-win, higher level, next level opportunities. We have to have repetitive case study examples, which in a sense serve as testimonial selling. In other words, if these guys have done it and they're happy, why wouldn't you try that? So if we keep doing all this, is somehow, they're like planting seeds. At some point, is some little seed going to sprout something? Or to use another analogy, in a huge big stone wall, is something in the ground going to shift and create a crack in the wall where we can see daylight? And then how do we get through that crack to the other side on a win-win going basis? So let's talk in the next slide about green shoots that come up. Thank you.